what could be the impacts on local businesses. Instead of reading this whole story, Troy, do you have enough insight on this?
I think I do.
Okay.
I think I do. And this has been a process that's been going on for quite a bit. And there's
what's this marketing firm in place for, first of all?
Well, the VCB has been handling our marketing, and they've been doing a really good job. Obviously, you're aggravated that so many people are coming here. So that means they're doing a good job.
They're
getting us on all the lists, and they're doing all these things.
Right.
In private business, this would not be an issue. We would continue because it's not broke. You don't fix it.
Okay.
But there's certain criteria because of the code of the purchasing department and procurement of government is created a conflict. When you have to go out to what's called an RFP, requisition for proposal, when you're doing big, because this is $1 million contract. It's not like it's a multi-million-dollar contract that we buy advertisement with. So you got to make sure you do all the procurement properly through the county. The problem with that is these big marketing firms don't want to be handcuffed in how they're handling the marketing, because of the procurement process. So the best marketing people out there are always going to have a little pushback against government. It just, because of the restrictions. So when we went out to the RFP, we were expecting to get 20 to 30 return companies because it's a nationwide search.
Okay.
We got 6. 3 of them qualified. So we were like, okay, that's not enough sample size. So we ended up saying, let's go back to the market again and see if we can actually recruit some of these other groups. The problem with that was we're coming up on the deadline of the VCB's contract. It ends on September 30th.
Mm-hmm.
So we needed to get the extension, and that's what took place yesterday, the extension for the VCB. Hopefully the 6 months that we buy from that, we either get a good sample size, which is the goal, or the VCB still can qualify as one of the ones managing the marketing.
But ultimately, wouldn't the county need to have staff to be able to see this marketing company? Like that's what the VCB kind of does.
The staff is the TDC. The VCB and TDC are separate.
That's always confusing.
Yeah, it's very confusing. Yeah. Visitor Convention Bureau is a third-party contract. The people at the TDC work specifically for the county. The money comes through the TDC, and I call it Category 1, which is the advertising and marketing, and that's the contract that the VCB is under. So yesterday, the county commissioners did the right thing, extended the VCB's contract for 6 months to allow the RFP to go back out again. My concern is if we run back into this again, we need a more long-term solution than 6 months. So this one bought us time past Night of Lights, which is the most important advertisement time for this downtown city of St.
Why was there such a shortage on qualified candidates?
Because of the restrictions that are put on you as a government agency. I mean, you'd rather work for Coca-Cola who says, hey, go do this, and than you would for somebody who's, sunshine laws are great, but they're not great when you need buying power. Like if you're going to buy a piece of property and you have to reveal it, and all of a sudden that property jumps up 30%. Same things with advertisement buyings. They're going to this company, so we're going to jump our rate to this. So when everybody can see what you're doing, it makes it a little more challenging on your buys. And this is a terrible buying time right now because it's an election year.
Right.
So when you go to buy advertisement, it's pushed up,
super expensive,
up in value. It's overvalued unless you're purchasing advertisement on the 904 now.
Do you see this as a threat to the VCB eventually? Do you see any kind of threat there?
I see that, they've been doing a very good job. Susan does an amazing job. You guys have had her in here. I think it's going to fall into the place where it needs to fall into. There's a lot of really strong business leaders supporting, and yesterday the VCB had a ton of support. The room was filled yesterday with people just saying the VCB is doing a good job.
Yeah, they get us. I just say some marketing firm doesn't get us.
Don't fix it. And as one of the bigger hoteliers, we want to have that instant flexibility. If I'm having to call a guy in New York or something like that and say, hey, we're struggling with this,
he don't know.
It's not going to work, and he doesn't care.
He don't care.
Right.
You know, I mean, he doesn't know, and he doesn't care. Though I think the more important part is he doesn't care.
Right.
You know, we know Susan cares.
Right, we do.
And her staff cares. So, but that's kind of.
Yeah, interesting turn of events. I didn't know if it was a power move or what was going on there.
No, it's been actually going on for about a year.
Wow.
Okay. So we've got another 6 months.
Yeah.
We've got a 6-month extension through Nights of Lights to try and kind of figure this out again and see which direction they want to go in.
Yeah, and it's one of those situations where it's no one's fault. It's more the procurement part. It's the policies and codes that are getting in the way of good business.
Okay.
Which happens in government a lot.
Yeah. No way.
Wow.
No way. Government getting in the way of doing good business? You're kidding me.
I'm here for breaking news.
You're doing a fine job, sir. All right. Somebody who broke some news a couple of weeks ago was recently fired from the state of Florida.